needed to get additional. And I also have the dealership I bought it from sending me new remote keys. So I was looking online and researching some of this. I was able to get 2 of these keys off of, I didn't get it off of eBay, but I think it was like remotes and remotes or something like that. So it has a transponder. I checked on my key, and it has the G style key, so you need to make sure you look at that. I think there's an H as well, so you got to make sure you get the right blank for your style key. So I got these, and I'm going to use my computer, and there was a lot of steps to get this software Techstream on my computer, but I actually had this USB cable that goes to the OBD2 connector when I owned my 2012 Tundra, because I think I ended up like disabling the seatbelt chime or something along those lines. So I had this laying around, and I was like, well, maybe I could use this here. So this is just going to show how to actually program it if you have the software and everything already loaded on the computer. I'll probably go back and record a video on how I kind of went through, because it was a little bit of an ordeal to set up the software on Windows 10, because it was, I mean, this stuff was made for like Windows XP mainly. So I'm gonna hand this back to our videographer here. So I'm in the truck. We started the truck, and for now I'm actually going to turn off the truck, because it tells you, I think you need to use a master key, and I don't know if this, I'm assuming this is a master key. I didn't have any problems with it. This is the one that came from the dealership. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. I've got the OBD2 connector connected, and I have it plugged into my laptop. So I'm going to start the truck, and on the software up here, I'm going to tell it to connect to the vehicle. And we'll see here that it'll bring up a little window saying that it's communicating with the truck. And this will take a little bit. You definitely want to have patience when you're doing this one. It senses some of this information up here already, and then it also pulls in the VIN number right down here. So all I need to do is select the make, which is Tundra, and then I've selected, these look like years to me, so mine's a 2016, so I picked 13 to 17. Once I've done that, hit next. It'll finish communicating with the truck. Wait a little bit, get you to a menu. Okay, so now we're in this menu here, system selection menu, and for the key, it deals with the immobilizer. So I'm going to double click the immobilizer option. And then once I'm in here, I'm going to actually go to the utility option over here. And then you got some transponder code registration, and then you have transponder code erasure. So you can delete some if you want to. I didn't want to mess with any of that business, so but I do want to register a new transponder code. So I go ahead and double click on that, and then it'll bring up a prompt to step you through the process. So, and it kind of times you. There's certain things that need to be done within a certain period of time. So there's a couple things that you have to do within like 10 seconds. So once I hit next, I'm going to try to go through this fairly quickly. The first one has got some time. So I'll hit next, and it's going to tell me to perform the following options. So I'm going to remove the key from the key cylinder and insert the remove key back into the key cylinder, and then turn it back to the ignition on part. So here we go. Off, remove the key, put it back in, and then turn it to the ignition on. Back over here on the computer, we're going to hit next, and then it's going to tell me to remove the master key from the key cylinder within 20 seconds and then press next. So it's removed, pressing next. Now insert the key you want to program within 10 seconds. So just insert it, you don't turn it, and hit next. I did it with 3 seconds to spare. So it's going to now register that transponder that's inside of the key, that's actually inside this part of the key here. and it'll take, the first time I did it took about 50 seconds or so, so it took a little bit of time, but it's registering that information. And then once it finishes, it'll ask you if you want to do another registration, or you can exit the registration mode. And I've already done one. And we actually, the one we did, I had cut, just came here to Lowe's, and they cut the key here to match the master. Actually ended up not even charging me to do that. I had another blank one of these, which I didn't really plan on doing. But you can see over here that it says it's complete. This key should now start the vehicle. Press next to register another key or exit. So we're going to exit. Do you want to exit the transport? Yes. And that's it. So now that key's transponder is registered to this truck. And if it were keyed, I'll show you what I mean here. This one is just still blank. It's still smooth from when I bought it. So if I go back in there and then cut that key, like this one right here I just did, and put it back in here, and then start the truck, and it'll start. I did try starting the vehicle before registering the key. It will attempt to start, and then it just kept trying to turn over and over and over. The immobilizer wouldn't let it because it didn't recognize the registered key. So that's all I got for now.